What's good, YouTube? Capital G here. Just kidding. What's good? It's your boy, Stevie Blender, back at it again with another Unchained deck profile. But you may be wondering, Stevie, why is there a formula Synchron in your extra deck? And that's because we played Unchained Synchron. So my general thesis for this deck was, man, I sure love playing Unchained, but I really hate how, in order to generate meaningful amounts of resources, I need to activate Pot of Extravagance. So it hit me. Let's just play the let's just play the Synchron engine and draw four and play the draw four variant. So we did that. If you're wondering why I didn't play draw three VFD, it's because I don't have the cards for draw three VFD. Nice. So let's hop into the deck profile with starting with the main deck. Let's start off with the Unchained cards. We run 3 Unchained Aruha. This is easily the best play starter for Unchained. All you need is Aruha and like a set, and then from there you can just pop off. 3 Rikea. Rikea is another extremely powerful card. It's your best normal summon if you don't have anything in your graveyard already in order to get your plays going. And 3 Sarama. This is the best for like combo extension and if you're trying to play on turns 3 and beyond and you already have a set up graveyard with like traps and stuff. Or even monsters, because Sarama will just keep up the pressure, will just generate infinite amounts of resources and realistically you should be able to kill them by turn 3 or even turn 4 or 5. Next we run 2 Unchained Abominable Soul. Abominable Unchained Soul, my bad. And you run 2 because you want to see it some of the time but not all the time, and it's kind of bad to open, but this is a card you never really want to see multiples of. Then we finally run 1 Unchained Dog Shit. You kind of have to run it, and I hate it, but it's a good card. Now, we run 1 Wailing of the Unchained Souls. You run 1 because I've seen a lot of lists like cut it because realistically it's not even that good. Like the active effect is like actually like less than relevant against most things, but sometimes you get put against specific matchups like Altergeist or like specific back row decks like Tough Control or I don't know. That's just like an example, but some back row decks can't really play through getting a card popped, and popping a card like in very simplified game states is sometimes all you need. Next, we run 3 Abominations of Prison, the Rhoda, very good card. I don't know why I didn't lead with that when I was talking about the spells. 3 Escape of the Unchained, really good card overall. It's your out to like dumb bullshit like Floodgates or Mystic Mine, and floats. It helps your floaters float. And 3 Abominable Chamber of the Unchained, which is the either the Tellarknight Vega or Altair, which is it's pretty good, very good actually. Like you'll be surprised on like how often like this card comes up. Now let's talk about Synchron bullshit. 3 Tuning. Search just Synchron mill a card. Sometimes you'll get lucky and like mill a trap and you'll like Aruha pop Sarama go off after you do all your Synchron bullshit. Now we run 3 Jet Synchron. Jet Synchron just needs no introduction. One of the best cards ever printed. Like even outside of like pure Synchrons, like this card is like literally a Stratos, like in its own archetype in the terms of like junk. Like junk the archetype. Next, we run 1 Quick Draw Synchron. It has to be a dual terminal, otherwise I won't respect you. 1 Deskbot 001 because Auroradon bullshit. And 1 Phantom Beast O-Line because Auroradon bullshit. I would run 2, but I don't own 2, so oops. Finally, was onto the hand traps. These are really nice to draw, and since sometimes you'll be going second, and it's not even that bad to go second with this deck because you're playing Unchained bullshit, these are really nice to open, and you can draw into these off of the Auroradon / Drawing 4. 3 Infinite Impermanence, can't be called by the grave, hits Zexal. 3 Ash Blossom, hits Rogue bullshit, and Numeron Wall, if you're dumb enough to Ash Blossom that, which I did. 3 Nibiru, for bullshit. Right, let's talk about the spells and the traps, which is also known as the extra deck. Why did I do it like that? Anyways, we run 1 Formula Synchron. Formula Synchron is, of course, the free draw. 1 Herald of the Arclight. In like specific scenarios, if I can't get like the draw 4 combo, I can always go into the Borreload Savage plus whatever combo. Borreload Savage Herald combo. Still extremely powerful, like if I can't draw 4. 1 TG Hyper Librarian. Draws cards. One Excel Synchron, draws cards. One Borderland Savage Dragon, draws cards and negates. It's insane. Right, Link Monsters. Rerun one Link Rebo because just Synchron. One Link Cross for needle fiber bullshit. One Noodle, bullshit. One Barricade Board Blocker in order to make a machine. In order to make the Auroradon because it needs a machine. Unchained Soul of Rage because this is technically an Unchained deck. I would run two, but I don't have the space. One Unchained Soul of Anguish. It's an Unchained deck. One Nightmare Unicorn. It's a Fiend and a Dark, which is actually really nice for things like Rage. One Mega Phantom Beast Auroradon. Bullshit. Should be banned, honestly. I don't know why they made that card. One Unchained Abomination. You could cut it. You could realistically, honestly, like cut it for something like Black Rose Moonlight Dragon or like the second Unchained Soul of Rage, because like realistically you're never going to summon it. But sometimes if you need like something to link off into for like Anguish, but you're locked into Fiends, like I guess this is like something you could do. And finally, one Axis Code Talker. Axis Code Talker is way too powerful. Actually, never mind. You can just summon Axis Code Talker with a whatever it's called, Soul of Anguish. But if you're locked into Fiends, well, I guess Axis Code isn't really a Fiend now, is it? The card's busted. Alright, let's talk about the side deck. This is a side deck that I played for this specific event because it has a very specific metagame. Don't take this completely into like copy-paste land, but just use this as a reference guide, of course. 3 Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit. Really good for just hitting like random bullshit. Just like some rogue decks honestly like can't even play through like getting their normal summon like ogred. I remembered I ghost ogred like a swap frog and then he just like passed and like well shit. But yeah, mainly just tried to hit like Numeron Network or just like bullshit. 3 Dark Hole. It's funny. It's not really like amazing obviously, but it's really funny to just like hit. Like if you've got like some Unchained stuff and you can't really get over something, you just Dark Hole and like you just like float for 4. It's kind of funny. 3 Cosmic Cyclone. Hits back row. Very nice for just, you know, hitting back row. Didn't want to really play against any Eldritch and go unprepared. Speaking of Eldritch, 3 Evenly Matched. This is more for like very specific cases of which where like I was playing against like back row, because that's mainly how my locals well how this specific locals is situated. It's either like one random combo player and then it's just like 7 control like budget control players playing like either frogs. The dude had an ulti saw frog or like frogs, geist, or like stun. And guess what? I played against 2 to 3. Very cool. Where's my side deck pile? Here it is. Finally, for the one-ofs, 1 Dino Wrestler Pankratops. That's pretty cool. Pretty good card overall. Makes Blinding Second infinitely more powerful. And yeah, this is just like it's Pankratops. Shit. 1 Red Reboot. Red Reboot is honestly like one of the best cards ever printed. I'm still not sure why it hasn't been banned. I think every time I resolved Red Reboot like ever in a game, I think I won that game. Like that's not even a joke. Like Red Reboot honestly just like shouldn't even be a card. It's ridiculous. But this deck is really adept at going for like OTKs and using Red Reboot as the OTK enabler. Honestly just like seals the cake on like everything. And finally, 15th very spicy card. We ran 1 copy of Spirit Message N. Now, you may be wondering why I'm using specifically N. It's because it's the 3rd one, and because 3 is my favorite number, and because you're on 3 as in everything, it's very powerful in that regard. I'm just kidding. Fuck this stupid card. We ran 1 Imperial Order. Wins you the game. Alright. Yeah, we ran 1 Imperial Order. Alright, so let's talk about my matchups. Round 1, I played against Pure Mech Knight. It was very back and forth. He ended up winning game 1. I ended up winning game 1, sorry. He ended up winning game 2. And like game 3, I just full comboed him. No, I didn't full combo him. No, I full comboed him after on like turn 7 where I top decked Jack Synchron after playing like pure Unchained for like 6 turns. And I was like, well, I guess I'll jet Synchron. Do you have any response? And he's like, no, go off. And I was like, okay. So I did all my bullshit, drew 4 cards, ended on like Borrowed Savage and like everything. And I was like, ah, yes, very cool, Kanye. Okay, game 2. I actually had to go out and run to like the supermarket and like come back and like super fucking fast time. But I played against Frogs. I don't know why I left that detail in. But yes, I played against Frogs. Frogs is a pretty cool deck. Frogs is very froggy. I don't know what I'm talking about. Round 1, it was very back and forth. Like, he did a lot of bullshit. Like, I don't think I drew any Synchron cards, but I just beat him with like pure Unchained because I just like did it. And then game 2, that ended up taking like game 1, game 2, he ended up like making like the full board and I had like nothing in hand. So I was like, well, I guess I'll go to game 3. Game 3, I played like pure I was playing like pure Unchained for like a turn, for like 2 turns. Like I had red reboot in hand, but like I didn't have any play enablers. And, like he couldn't beat over, like he didn't have anything. So we were just like set dupe pass. So turn 3, so like turn 5, top deck Jet Synchron. He tries to like activate, like crack down on my noodle. I'm like, red reboot, no, you're not gonna do that. And then I just fucking slaughtered him. I drew 4. 2 of those were hand traps. I made Borrowed Savage, and I just OTK'd the shit out of him. So yeah, and then like game 3, it was against like fucking Altergeist. Like it's Altergeist. What do you expect to happen? I won because red reboot is a good card. So ultimately, that's going to be it for this deck profile. We managed to beat past the 10-minute mark, which is very nice for me. Good job. Let me know if you guys want to see more of this sort of style. If you couldn't tell, the dice are here so that I know where to place my stuff. But hopefully it looks a bit cleaner. Hopefully you like this presentation a bit more. And hopefully you can't realize that I'm uploading this at like 3:30 a.m. Thank you. Bye.